Hey YouTube, coming at you with the video from LSU Maniac, and they say 2200 range, been playing Great League for almost a year now and have hit veteran the previous 2 seasons, almost hit expert last season but not quite. The team has worked well for me overall. Mud Boy and Gator leads are tough for this team, but in general A-Slash is a great core breaker for this meta. I agree, I've already covered that. I welcome all criticism as I definitely still have a lot to learn and have made some big mistakes in these battles. Keep them competent. I watch you above all the creators because it's genuine. yeah, I'm pretty real. So thanks for the submission. Yeah, it's I guess it's a balanced team with a Azumarill state swap, right? Well, it's a tricky one. I would say it's a balanced team with the Azumarill state swap because gastrodon is only weak to grass and sandslash as a steel will resist it. However, you are double weak to electric in the back. Lantern and no, you're not. Sorry, you're double. Jeez, bad start here. Okay, you're double weak to grass in the back with Azumarill and gastrodon. So it may play more as an ABB style team. Quite honestly, you're gonna have to swap Azumarill. I try to draw out a grass, but you can maybe draw an electric, ice beam the grass. Sandslash will sweep, and then gastrodon rolls free. So maybe you played it like that. Maybe you just kind of roll with if there's a grass in the back, there's a grass in the back. So let's just see kind of how it plays out. Okay, the eel, which is an electric, a very attack-heavy Pokemon if I remember, but not very. I was gonna say not very bulky. They try and snipe with a Talonflame, which is an interesting strategy when some Pokemon's double weak to ice, because of course they're going to have an answer. Like if you have a Sandslash, you definitely have an answer for fire and fighting, right? Because you're double weak to both. It'd be pretty weird to not. So just to come in straight, unless you're running like ABB fire here, but otherwise it's pretty weird to come straight into. Although ABB fire with an electric lead would make sense. So they actually may have a second fire in the back. But if it is like a Typhlosion or something, then you're looking okay because you have a Gastrodon. But let's see. Okay. You gave up switch. Yeah, if they have a fire, they're also weak to ground here. Taking the liquidation. It's a Dunsparce. Okay. So they just came into the hardest answer, which do not do. Okay. I need to reset on the second matchup. This matchup's all over the place, and I was trying to think through the team comps too much here. So let's just play it out, and then we'll start fresh the second. Oof. Yeah, that was just a weird team comp. Because why I tried to do that is because someone in the comments wrote, can you also kind of analyze the other team comp of like what you think they're gonna have and how to like you would play it out if you were this team, stuff like that. Because there's playing out with what's in front of you, and there's also like being able to like team read what your opponent has. The problem is, a lot of the better battlers team build very similar, and you can kind of understand balanced teams and ABB style teams are quite easy. But in this, some of these decisions that are made are very random and for no reason. So for example, in that matchup 1, they came in with a Talonflame into a Sandslash. Of course, a Sandslash is going to have an answer to a fighter and fire because you're double weak to that. So to come in with the hardest answer to Sandslash and lock yourself when your opponent clearly has an answer for your fire is not a smart move. So then I only thought it's like maybe it's an ABB. But no, it's not an ABB. They just fully went into their hardest answer, which is not a good move, right? So it's tough to like team build from that perspective or like read the team there. So got a couple powder snows off and then eventually got into a Azumarill. We'll take the draw run. I guess my only concern is not chipping there with Sandslash. Because Dunsparce is so spammy, you now run the risk of like needing to shield just to keep switch, and you 100% need to keep switch here. So player F does not take out, and you now are at the weird spot. You may potentially need to like, I was gonna say double shield, but they decide to maybe try and catch a player off. But this is a weird play. I mean, I wouldn't go too much. Oh, it's a shadow. I didn't see that. I actually don't think they label shadow, but I'll add the shadow here. Yeah, it's a weird. I was gonna say it's a weird play to get back in, but I know Frenzy does like 50% because I've been on the other end of this and I've seen it in other battles. So the Dunsparce will drill run, and that is really hard hitting. But take it down. What's in the back? Double normal team, grass double. Okay, so it's not even like a flyer double normal. It is just a grass double normal, which is fine. Superior is pretty tanky. Basically just going to force some energy here. They correctly counted. You probably just let this go and then just mud slap. And body slam is not legacy. It is... Oof, it is a regular move. Any other mistakes on this page? Okay. Taking the Shadow Ball. Yes, Body Slam's not a good move, but because they only have one Pokemon left and you are just going to like basically just slap it down, Body Slam is fine here. Should be fine. This thing is like I almost think, because I don't think a Body Slam takes you out. I'm surprised they just went straight Shadow Ball when you have a shield left. Like you need to I don't even think you need a body. You just need Body Slams there. I don't know. Okay, great lead. Dunsparce. Again, this one coming quicker. And again, I don't even think this is like a good matchup for it. Let me check on what it is the Sims is like for this matchup in an even shield. But this is where you're usually coming in behind on energy too. Azumarill and Dunsparce. Both 3-turn moves. Yeah, Dunsparce wins quite easily against Azumarill. That's just even shielding up ice beams. You can just go straight drill run and just beat this. So this is just not a good matchup for Azumarill, right? They can just like shield and easily farm and take switch here, which you can't lose switch here. So you got to play this. You got to play this matchup differently. Let's just stop right here because you 100% need to play this differently. When the Dunsparce comes in, you need to chip it, right? You need to, I don't know why I guess I don't need to rewind it just to show that just to use my words here. Okay. You need to chip that Dunsparce with your Sandslash to put it in easy range for Azumarill. Because even in the even energy, even shield scenario, it says Dunsparce wins quite easily with like 42 health left. So to come in behind energy, you just like set yourself up for failure. So when Dunsparce comes in quick, you're already at like 1 or 2 Powder Snows. Just get to the Ice Punch, throw the Ice Punch, chip it enough that Azumarill with that much damage done on it can easily take it, and then you'll keep alignment. Because now you just lost alignment, you pretty much just lost this game, I think. There's like, yeah, I guess you can come Gastrodon and just take the move. But I imagine they probably have an answer to Sandslash in the back. So they're going to come, yeah, you're instant swapping because you know they're coming here and they're probably going to have an answer. Yeah, there's your well, it is a ground which hits super effective, but you also hit super effective. So they are ABA weak to ice, which is your lucky day. Unless they're running Fire Punch, maybe they can just get a couple Fire Punches off. Maybe outpace you because they can live one and you can't live a Fire Punch. Yeah, here we go. So here comes their second one. Can you Powder Snow down before they get to the third? Is the only thing. Like, don't throw a move. You need to... Okay, so they give up switch. Now they're double weak here, and this will just one shot. And you still just commit to the farm down. Okay, yeah, you got really lucky there that they are ABA weak to ice. Speaking about weak to ice, this is why Sandslash is a core breaker. You wrote it in your write-up, and I did a video on this like 3 days ago, maybe. How Sandslash is a huge core breaker in this meta. Shielding up potential. Even Stone Edge is neutral, so that's fine. But with that bait, it's probably more likely that they're just going to get to an Earthquake here. So I think what you do is just commit the second shield or catch on the Azumarill. I was going to say what you could do is just commit that second shield on the Earthquake and farm down because they will still have resisted moves. Hopefully you can get to an Ice Beam for Energy Ball from a Shadow. Azumarill is really tanky. Yeah, I'm not surprised that you lived this. And this is double super effective. So this probably takes out, or like 1 HP, couple HP, yeah. A little more than a couple HP actually. That's quite a. They're in the red, but actually more HP in the red than I expect them to be. You did catch on the Azumarill. Personally, how I would have played the matchup, you don't have to play it the way I would play it, but how I play it is, okay, they baited me on the first, they're going to go for Earthquake on the second. I will commit the double shield and just farm down and come out with energy and keep switch. So Gastrodon comes in. Gonna get to... Oh, sorry, not Gastrodon. Did I see Gastrodon? Did they like go Gastrodon thing, or is that a visual glitch, or am I going crazy? And they let it go, which is, again, a really weird decision to make when you only have one Pokemon left and you don't know what's in the back yet. So they go straight Earth Power because that's kind of their only win con. You can just go double Body Slam. Yeah, you don't even really need to throw a move. Just go... Oy. Okay. So this is your first real tough lead. Going straight into Gastrodon. So Gastrodon, your safe swap. Hydro will hurt. They decide to come with Mandibuzz. So they loaded to a Hydro Cannon and then came to a Mandibuzz, where you are going to have all sorts of problems here. You have only Body Slam, which I have gone on the record multiple times saying is not good with the non-stab Gastrodon. So they do not really need to worry about these Body Slams. So they're going to take you out, come out with some energy. Now your switch clock is up, so you could think about getting out of here. Like go straight into a Azumarill. Yeah. And out comes a Clodsire. Well, this is not bad. This is kind of evenish. If it has Sludge Bomb, you're behind. If they don't, you can maybe do pretty well with the Bubbles and Ice Beams. Sludge Bombs would be pretty tough because those will come pretty fast. So let's see what they have. Going to shield up. It is just an Earthquake. So I think that's kind of an advantage. I think that puts you in a really good situation. That being said, if I were them, I just let this go and just kind of 2-shield for Alligator for the win. Okay. Making a catch on the Gastrodon, just basically sacrificing it. And it's a Stone Edge at that, so take that. You could, okay, so now you're switch locked. If you come in immediately, you are switch locked is the only concern-ish thing here. And for Alligator is going to Hydro you, probably take you out. Oh, I don't know about this shield. You got to move, so maybe hoping they think you have a player off and shield back so you can drill run. They're still going to have way too much energy here. They've got at least one, probably close to two right now. So there's one Hydro. And there's the second Hydro. Yeah. It was a tough lead. And it was a tough swap. Yeah, there's not too much you can do. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, I was going to say good lead. But, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, if you're running sort of like ABB style, draw that grass out. It was kind of a neutral-ish lead because you were hitting super effective and they were hitting super effective. I got to imagine the Mud Slaps are probably just going to outpace. Not outpace, but they can just damage you. So they can just like shield and take you down. But you drew out a Superior. You got a nice beam off. You force that energy. You just commit to the farm down. Don't throw a move. They'll hit you with a Frenzy. So be it. You'll come out with like 2 moves here. And if the Mud Slap user comes in, you just go back-to-back moves. Or, yeah, throwing a Powder Snow and then a move is actually way better fast move timing than just throwing a move. This will probably take you out, though. You need to be aware of that. Okay. So, 2-turn move versus 3-turn move. Essentially, you gotta, that 3-turn move is going to register at like 2.5. I don't know the exact mechanic, but it's going to register before it gets to 3. It's going to register at like 2.5. The damage on you. So by the time you get to the 2 moves and do that press to charge move, that damage will already have registered and take you out. That is the correct mechanic. So you just got to be aware that you are so glassy. They're shadow, your shadow, and they're doing super effective hard hitting Mud Slaps that's going to take you out. So you just need to... I was fine with the Powder Snow on the first one because you're just like fast move optimizing fast move optimizing time. What? Yeah, fast move optimization on the first one. But the second one there, you just got to be aware and throw that ice punch beforehand. Bone clubs will start adding up quick. Yeah, you got 2 shields. You might want to start using them. Here comes another one. This thing is spamming away here. You either commit to, yeah, I was about to say, you take it out, or you like commit to the farm down with use that last shield. That puts you pretty low, but now you're in a pretty tricky spot. Oh, Dugon's gonna, yeah, that's top left. Okay, again, I don't even think you give up switch there, honestly. I get you kind of need to draw to grass, but this is not like a great team to draw out grass. And the Sandslash versus Swampert is really way better than you expect it to be. I know you're thinking super effective mud shots, hydros hurt, but I played that matchup last year and it was really, really close, and mud shot got nerfed this year. So I would imagine that it is a really good match, not a really good matchup, but I'm guessing it's like a really, really close, really decent matchup for Sandslash in the even energy. So let me just put it in Sandslash Shadow against a non-Shadow Swampert. Okay, they do outpace you in the ones, actually. Do you lose CMP here? Yeah, I guess you lose CMP. I'm guessing in the 2s. Yeah, I guess it's 5 all around. Yeah, so it actually does 5 all around, and you're 5 all around, so you do lose CMP. Okay. Okay, I guess you can give it up. But at that point, if you're going to give up switch, there is the argument you may want to try and catch a Hydro on the Azumarill instead of just going straight Azumarill and then just getting punished. If you're going to get punished, might as well try and grab a charge move there. Now you're just going to get outpaced. This Hydro will land. It'll do a lot. It doesn't take you out, but it'll do a lot. Tentacruel comes and snipes you. I didn't even see you get your butt kicked this matchup, but with a Tentacruel on an Azumarill, I imagined not surprising that you did not win. Okay, Diggersby, again, you're both doing super effective against each other. Oh, not if they are running tackle. Not if, or quick attack. Not if they are running quick attack, because that is a normal type move. And again, you give up switch and just get killed. Okay, Azumarill's not a great safe swap in a poison dominated meta right now. So yeah, having seen this now, you do seem to be running this team as like an ABB trying to draw out a grass with Azumarill. Unfortunately, because they do not share the same typings, you're drawing out a bunch of poisons with this fairy typing. And that is clearly a huge issue. Because now you have like just as good of a matchup with Gastrodon. Yeah, so you're coming in Gastrodon, you even have a better matchup with Gastrodon in this matchup. So the ABB style team here that you're trying to run doesn't work, and Azumarill does not work as a safe swap in a poison dominated meta. You need to do one of two things. You need to just go, like, you guys see how much I use PV Poke. Like, you can go to rankings, and then in the top sort by switches, and you can see what the best switches are. For Alligator, Drapion, Clodsire, Quillfish, and Samurott. That is very random. Diggersby, Licky Licky, Malamar. I think these are safe swaps you can work with. Azumarill is ranked 139. Not surprising to me, because this is a very poison-dominated meta right now. Toxapex, Clodsire. You have grass coming up like Superior, another grass like Jumpluff, another grass Pokemon. Jumpluff's not as bad because you hit double super effective with the Ice Beam. But yeah, you got to know the meta. And what makes a good safe swap is your ability to hit them with charge moves to potentially like chip them with a bunch or grab shields. There are multiple Pokemon in this meta. Toxapex, Tentacruel, Clodsire is kind of evenish because you can hit super effective, but there's like, yeah, Tentacruel and Toxapex for sure. That would just wall every single one of your moves, and you cannot have a safe swap that has every single one of its moves walled. So the old school, like, now you can say like Feraligatr has all its moves walled by water type Pokemon, like Hydro Cannon and Ice Beam are walled by what that. Yes, but it's got one of the best fast moves in the game in Shadow Claw, and still one of the best charge moves in the game, resisted or not, in Hydro Cannon. So it can get away with that, and it charges super fast. So it gets away with that. Whereas Azumarill is not hard hitting, slow with the bubbles, non-stab with the Ice Beam, and then Play Rough's a decent move, but it takes 6 bubbles to get to, which is 18 turns with the move, so it's slow, right? Hydro Cannon is only 10 turns worth of moves on the Feraligatr, and you're taking 18 to get to a Play Rough, which is then just resisted on a low attack Pokemon, right? So they play two very, very, very different roles. So Azumarill, not a safe swap in this meta. Like 15 seasons ago, early in seasons like 1 through 5, yes, it was a great safe swap. It was the number 1 ranked Pokemon for a reason. It was a fantastic safe swap because you could just outbulk things, and there was a lot in the meta that Toxapex wasn't around, Tentacruel wasn't really used, because there was so much steals. There was like Skarmory and there was Registeel and stuff like that, so there weren't as many. It wasn't as scary for Azumarill as it is now. So well, that's the history lesson. Before we get back to these battles, do they just 1 HP shield? Okay, last matchup. Cactoon or Cactoon, Drapion, praying that it's a Aqua Tail Crunch because Sludge Bomb would suck. It is an Aqua Tail Crunch because it is a Shadow Pokemon, and the recommended moveset is Aqua Tail Crunch. So the crunches will start adding up, and the poison stings do add up. But yes, having resisted moves, only Aqua Tail and Crunch to throw at you is pretty nice on your end. Just going for the Play Beam instead of the... And now you need to shield to keep switch, which you have to. So yeah, I think they'll be happy with taking a shield, but you do have an Ice Beam. But at this point, I think they just sacrifice this and go 2 shield puts in the back. Oh, and then you snipe. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Why are you giving up switch? Why are they shielding? What is happening here? Because they can just now get out into their last Pokemon. They're not going to for some reason. What is the fast move on this thing? It is a Clefable, so they're weak, double weak to Sandslash. Throwing the move, your Switch Lock, so that's fine. And then you can just come in Mud Slap and then get to a Body Slam and throw the Body Slam on the Cactus there. So there's a lot that happened there. Oh yeah. Okay. And throwing the resisted Earth Power instead of a neutral Body Slam. Earth Power is pretty hard hitting, and this thing is very glossy, I assume, so it's fine, even though it's resisted. What does a resisted Body Slam? Is that one of these things that a resisted Body Slam probably does more than a non-stab Body Slam? What is the overall damage on Earth Power here? 108 versus 50. So yeah, even if it does like 70% of the damage, it's still way above Body Slam. So throwing Earth Power is the correct move there because it's just so much better. So it's one of those things. It's also like Frenzy Plant on Superior. Resisted Frenzy Plant does more than neutral Aerial Ace because you get that same type attack bonus, and it's such a hard hitting move, and you don't get same type attack bonus on Aerial Ace, which is a bad move, kind of like Body Slam, right? Don't get the same type of attack bonus on a bad move. So Earth Power is the better move there. Okay. So, what did we learn in this cluster of a video that I just put out here? Okay. 1, don't use Azumarill as a safe swap. 2, if you're going to run ABB style teams, The purest ABB style teams are the ones that literally have the same typing and pretty much same moveset. So Bastiodon, double Razor Leafer, where the Razor Leafer are grass and poison, truly is an ABB style team. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, I'm probably one of the reasons that you don't know the purest form of ABB, because I loosey-goosey say ABB with, oh, they got their same water typing, you're trying to draw out a grass here. But they have different secondary typings, and that secondary typing greatly affects what else you can pull out. So when you use the Azumarill as a safe swap, you drew out poisons. Gastrodon only has one weakness. It's grass. So if you did like double Mud Boys, you would only have one weakness in the back, grass. But you have many with Azumarill that you don't have with Gastrodon, because you're just a pure water. On top of the grass weakness, you have an electric weakness. Because you are a fairy, you have a poison weakness. So you're not even running like a true ABB style teams here. You're kind of like, you have a double weakness in the back, and you're still trying to safe swap Azumarill. Oh, kiddo. Coughing kid. There. Sandslash is strong. I've already covered Sandslash. I think it's pretty strong. Gastrodon, I may give another look at Gastrodon. I still think that I still can't get over the body slam. I think it really weighs it down, but just the mud slap and the bulk, I think it has a little more play. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for the submissions. Sorry, this was not. I feel like there's a pitcher in baseball, and he had like a really good game, like a crazy 8-inning, 12K, like no earned runs sort of game. And a reporter asked him like, so yeah, you did great this game. You feeling good? You think you're gonna keep this up? And he goes, look, as a pitcher, this is what happens. I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 of these like fantastic, amazing games. For the most part, I'm gonna have really good, like consistent, average, good games for me. And then there's gonna be some where I'm just gonna play like crap. I'm going to have a bad night. I'm just not going to play well. I'm not going to have command on my pitches. It's just going to be bad. And there's going to be a few of those per year. So, like overall, I'm happy, but this has been one of my better ones. And for the most part, I'll be consistent, and then I'll have some bad ones. I feel like that's like me with this channel. I feel like there's some that I just have like super analysis, really thought it through, really put time and effort into it. Stuff like that. Those are the really good ones. And I have, for the most part, consistent good ones where it's just like, I'll kind of explain teams, I'll explain matchups, I'll explain what's better in damage per energy and why you want to throw certain moves over others, moves, stuff like that. And then there's some where it's just like, I felt like it was one of these videos where it's just like, I felt like I was distracted out of the gate, messed up a couple like the move sets and the typing and stuff like that. I felt like I got distracted on the videos and lost sight of where I was and rambled on. Like I rambled most videos, but I feel like I rambled on more than normal on this one. So we'll chalk this up to one of the bad ones and then get back to normal ones moving forward. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.